Hi everyone. Well, I'm back on the river Down a week later, complete a week to the day. Was the first day I was on the water on April the 21st. Not May the 21st like I put in the video, don't know why. It's my daughter's birthday, we were talking about stuff for next month. I remember doing that, so maybe that was the reason I did it. But anyway, this is the date. What is the date? Well, it's a week later, 28th. So, 28th April, it's a lovely day. I've had a week of settled weather, mainly a northerly northwest wind. It's been quite cold actually, because we've had frost in the morning when we got up on the car in the grass for a couple of days there, which is not a bad thing. But they do get sometimes even snow in May. When we do get into May, just suddenly get cold weather coming from the north and so on. So that's what the beginning of the season can be like. But I've looked at the weather, the long forecast, and we've actually got some good temperatures towards the end of next week. So anyway, I'll encourage a few flies on the water, and I would, at this time of year you could, well there's a chance of great Granum on the water. I was tying 1 or 2 Granums just in case, but I'm not sure. I haven't seen any, because normally if there is Granum they're everywhere. So we'll probably still be on the olives, March browns will be the called spring olives anyway. Will be on the menu hopefully if we get a hatch or two, which is, again, it's always hit and miss at this time of the year. Or it's never just on and off. Anyway, I'm going to basically head away up to the top of the river now. It's 16 minutes past 11, so a wee bit out, an hour earlier than what it was last week. We did get a wee hatch, but not much. We did get some fish, which was a bonus anyway, catching. So we'll see how things go today. Now I've got my 9-foot 4-weight rod. She's looking good. There's a bit of there's a north, I think it's a northwesterly. I'll just tell you if I can anyway. Aye. It's more northerly, towards the northeast. Jeez, so it's even worse. So that's a cold wind. A northeasterly is, well, you can feel it is quite fresh. But we do get shelter here in a lot of trees, even though there are not a lot of leaves on them, which helps as well. But we're just right at the very beginning of the leaves coming on the trees. So anyway, too much blether, as we say in Scotland. We'll head up to the top and get fishing. So I hope you enjoyed the video. So I hope we get 1 or 2 fish for. It's always good to catch. We'd be lying if we say we just came out for the scenery, but though I'm happy just to get out at all. Like anybody, you can get on the water. It's like a breath of fresh air. Ooh. Gosh, a wee bit tight. So Anyway, here we are folks. Top end of the beat. Well, I'm sure I can fish a wee bit further up, but I'm going to start here. First thing I'm obviously going to do is set up my rod, and just while I'm doing that, watch and listen and see what's happening. Okay everyone, just to let you know what I've set up. Now I'm using, hopefully you can see that okay, this is a full and mill with the light out it. It's just masterclass tapered leader 5x, which is down to 4 pound, right? There's a 9 foot 2.7 metre length tapered leader. Now I've actually added a tiny bit, I've cut 2 or 3 feet of 5x tippet to it, just to extend the life length, to make it last a bit longer, so that when I'm tying or changing the dry, I can use up the tippet rather than using up the tapered leader. So it basically lasts for a few flies before you have to change it. Now here I've got a March Brown, it's a Dynamite Harry March Brown. Now to the bend of that, I'm actually using the same nylon, 5x. Now the nylon I'm using, it's not 6 pound, it's the same stuff though, it's the World Class V2. There is other ones. This is one I've used for many years. Diameters and stuff like that obviously does make a difference with some of these, but the 4 pound is on this thing I can't get off at the moment and on a bag. But anyway, this will give you an idea of what I use as tippet material. And I just add, because I'm fishing a nymph, I've got, where is it, around about 3.5 foot. So I've got my dry to the bend of that, just a blood knot to the bend of the dry. I've tied a small tungsten nymph pattern, a wee olive pattern that I like to use at this time of the year. And it is olive because it's nice and bright, so you want the colour. And a dull day I use a dull coloured fly, it sometimes makes a difference. With the March Brown, good sight, it's a big fly. So anyway, that's the kind of idea of what I've actually got set up. Now while I've been obviously setting up, I watched the river. I've not even seen a fly, nothing at all. So I mean, while I'm setting up, if I seen fish moving or a hatch, I would basically just focus on the dry, but there's nothing. So the nymph is on. When you fish the fast water, you need to line a wee stretch, especially at the top. The thicker tapered part of it is just a wee bit, the rolled up in the reel gets a wee bit obviously twisted or curly. So run your hand through it just to warm the nylon, the tapered leader, it'll take it out. So I'm all set up, ready to go. I put a floating on my dry fly before I brought it out. I've floating all in my dry flies before I come out, to save me doing that. More so in this time of the year because it's quite cold and it dries quicker in the house than it does outside sometimes. So anyway, I'm going to just fish upstream, just fish. I'm not going to spend too much time. I'm just going to fish along the edge here, because when flies coming off at all, I'll come down this edge, and I'm just working up this edge here a wee bit, and then I'll work my way down. So obviously using my dry fly as a sighter, as well as I'll take fish. I'll drift it through. Now the point fly is obviously a tungsten bead fly. I can change it to even a lighter fly if I want. And lost sight. Then fish a wee bit higher in the water if I see fish maybe starting to move. If you let that actually drift, just cast it like a dry fly, that's all I'm doing. And then you can let it drop slightly below you and then lift, and just watch for any takes, because they will take it like that. Don't cast too far away. so you'll not see your fly too much. Just a reasonable length. Now the leader length is actually, it's quite long actually. Well, I've got 9 plus 3 obviously, and then 4 to the nymph, so it's a 15 feet or so. It's quite a long leader, but I've got the wind help me because it's going upstream. If it's a bit windy, you want to reduce that. I may not put the tippet on the tapered leader just to help. Just going to fish this edge here. I haven't fished here this season. I mean, it's the only second time on the river, so I'm going to come out just a wee touch so I can cast a wee bit further up. I've got a tree directly behind me, and I've got a branch just off to the left, off to the right, sorry. Just try to keep out the way. Just trying a bit closer here. Yep. I'm not going to spend too much time. I'm going to just work my way down the water, fish the pools, and see how things go. I'm going to move down a wee bit. If I was getting or seeing flies, or I was getting takes, I would maybe stay a wee bit longer. But we're just searching. And just work your way slowly down. I say I've not seen any fly at all. Nothing to encourage the fish up. Oh, the wee nymph, the wee fly come off there. And a small fish had a go at it, just like a minnow like. I mean, it can totally change, you know how quick it can change. There you go. First fish. Obviously took the nymph. It's a nice wee brown trout. Just let him set. There he is there. Obviously took the nymph. Just push it out. I mean, it's barbless, obviously. Look at that. Oh, he's away. There we go, folks. First fish of the day. So there are fish around. I was just about to say there's a stone there. It's always a good bit just here. I know there's a good lie there. And all that did was just slid away the fly. Well, I've worked my way through the pool. Didn't spend too much time because there's not much happening. Got the one, that small fish there, that nice wee brown trout, which is great. Gets us going, and then I'm just fishing just towards this tree here, top end of it, and then I'll go and fish the next one. See how we go on. Okay, just dried my dry fly again, just ready to fish this pool. I'm just going to fish along the edge here and then the far side just to see if there's any line quite close. So I'm not going to get in too far. I'm not going to wade anyway at this point, just in case there's any line close. And just with a length that suits. The sun's coming through there. Basically still no sign of any fly life. Certainly no Granum today. Well, no Granum today. I say it's still a wee bit early. You just don't know. They decide. Granum hatch normally. It's usually the end of April, beginning of May. Which is, if you don't know what a Granum is, it's a type of cod. It's a sedge. That very prolific. At times there's so many of them. It can be to the fish. They don't know what to grab, I think. Especially early on. It's good fun. I like it at the beginning, and when it's mainly when it's coming to the end. Here we go. Just a wee fish. Just a wee brown. Oh, hope it's not, is it? There we go. I think we've hooked a wee smolt. This is the time of year we can get smolts, so we need to be watching. Best not to handle them if you can not. It's a wee salmon smolt. I've got a catch and release tool that I can use. Don't want to hook too many of these. At this time of year you get the salmon par coming down, the sea trout par heading to the sea. So then we'll go back out. If I catch 2 or 3 of them, I'll stop, I'll move. Or if that's seemingly I'm all going to catch, I'll move. And I'll start targeting certain areas. It's the first par of the season I've seen, so I want to fish the far side here. There's a big stone just in front of us here, just below, and then there's one just quite close that I like to fish round about. There's always times a fish lying there. You can actually see, I can see it, but I can see the disturbance in the top of the water as well, so always watch for these features in the river where you can't see the stone. Oh, took the dry, that. That's what it did, just in front of the stone actually. So I'm saying, even though there's nothing on the top, that brown trout came up and took the dry, took the March brown. A lovely fish as well, lovely. Stops twirling. Gosh, he's well hooked. There we are, beautiful wee brown trout. Now these are wild fish, these are not stocked, so that's why they come. Anyway, so the March brown scored. Just dried my fly back out. See if we can rise another one. There's the stone. This is just, that was in front of the stone. This is us just coming behind it. So it's quite a strong wind coming round the bend. You can always use the wind to your benefit to turn your cast over. There's an upstream wind, so it suits the type of fishing I'm doing. Give that another cast, and I missed the wee bull there, just off the back of that stone. Could have been another par, or chances are it probably would have been another par. Anyway, as I say, I'll move down. A wee quick look here. I had a nice wee brown trout under the bushes here last Sunday. I've hopped a good wee bit. Seen no flies. It's one of those days, I think. Unless it's just going to be a late hatch. Easterly winds not doing us any favours. It's not too bad here. Nothing Normally you would see the odd fly blowing by. The birds are taking the odd one. But nothing rising. You'll see any sign of fish moving. And this is usually one of the better pools. I think I may, because I'm not seeing anything, head down. I can always come back up if a hatch starts. It's not far up, this bit, from the dam area, so I'm going to head down. Hopefully we may see some flies hatching. So anyway, carry on. Okay, well folks, doesn't look very promising so far. I watched a couple of the runs I normally fish, and still no fly life. Certainly no any Granum, as I did tie some flies, did do some Granum, and the chance that we may see one or two coming off. It doesn't look like, but certainly I haven't seen any, so I'm just going to, water as you can see is really clear, and back to basically normal levels we'd call it. So what I'm going to do is just going to fish a couple of areas with nothing at all. I've seen no fly life. Okay. This is an area I like to fish. Just, it's not changed, this area, the tree been down into the stream. Well, not as the way it's sitting anyway. So I've still got the same flies on. Still got the dry and the Dynamite Harry, Marks Brown, and small gold tungsten beaded. Just a wee olive pattern. Suggestive type fly. So try off the back of the stone here. It's right into in this pool, in this wall. You want your fly practically bouncing off the wall, so you do it, because the fish lie really close to it. Maybe a wee bit just to slow it up a wee bit. When you're dry fly fishing, if you can get close to a fish, the closer you are, times the better. But there is times you can't get close, so I mean, you have a chance of hooking it and it's closer. Last week was hidden. There was rain, there was wind, conditions was not very good looking, but there was more fly about. So there was. See if we can lift the fish. See one wee fly there, wee olive in front of us. And hatch can still come on, it's still, what time is it? 1:10 So we've been in the water for a couple of hours. Did more walking than fishing like, but there's a Granum there. Another one. So there is the odd Granum around. What's there? So there is Granum coming off. So these fish could really switch on. So they could. There we go. Oh, it's just a... I hope it's not a wee par, is it? Yeah, that's a wee brownie, I think. Yeah, it's a wee brown trout. Really lovely wee fish. Good. Our fish. And things are really quiet. Well, folks, it's just nothing really happening today. So far anyway. I've seen some Granum. Actually, that was really it, but it's a very early. That means they'll be, usually when they start hatching they really hatch in big numbers. And the fish go crazy when they're... Oh, there's a wee par. Just fishing really rough water. I'm going to go down and a wee cast along the bend of the pool, the deep water. See if there's anything. I'm not sure what to do. Because it's so quiet. Well, I've sat for a good 5 minutes and just watched, listened, and no sign of any fish moving or flies, you know. So I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do is just fish along the wall with the dry and the nymph. See if there's any line there, because it's always a good spot. Just fish along the edge as well here. If there's any line around. There will be trout there, it's just there's nothing to bring them on, encourage them to come up. There's no fly life coming off. I mean, the fish will feed if they'll see anything like, but we'll just work along this wall, see if we can pick anything up. I mean, it's good to be out. I'm not like, we don't get any fish moving or in. It's just what happens. It's means the next time you go out you look forward to maybe having a better day, or conditions. We just need a wee bit of heat rather than a cold wind. We've got the sun, we've got everything. It's the easterly wind or the northerly wind that's not doing us any favours. It does affect the fishing. Cold wind. Well, it doesn't feel cold. Well, the water temperature is colder, like. There's a fish. Gosh. And again, Jesus. I'm saying there's nothing rising, there we go. Must have heard me. I may just take, I've got the nymph on the bend of the dry, I may just fish the dry. Seeing the fish is moving anyway. Oh. The nymph hooked the wall there. Oh jeez. There we go. I've taken the nymph. Take the nymph. Gosh. You just never know. He's pulling well. He doesn't want to come up. Nice wee brown trout. It's not a big fish, he's just fighting well. Yeah, folks. Oh, he's bigger than I thought he was. He's the best fish so far. There he is. Maybe, I don't know, 10 ounces or so, 12. Anyway, thank you, as they say in Scotland. So that was on the wee tungsten bead. So we'll see if we can get another one. Well, as I say, that was good to see a fish rising, and I thought I got him in the dry though, because he rose twice in sort of a minute or so. He took the nymph, so I'm reckoning he might have took the dry, but we'll see if there's any more along the wall. Hopefully we might get one, another one. This is usually quite a good bit. There's a wee bit of shade here from the tree behind me. It may help a wee bit. Oh, there's a... I think that was a rise there. Could be wrong, but there was a wee ring there. What I may do is go below and fish up. So I'm going to drop below here and then fish up under the tree. I actually thought I saw a fish rise, so fish up under the tree. It's much easier to present your fly this way here. Oh, that was a fish. Oh dear, that was a I felt the on and off. Try again, see if there's another one. Oh, there's a fish there. Oh, gosh, there's another one. I mean, I've stood up there all that time and I've watched, and there the fish have rose. Just pop it up underneath, give it plenty of time to see the fly on the way down. Oops, got the branch. There we go. There's another fish over there. Could be, it's a wee par right at the end there. It's a wee salmon. Oh. Is it? Oh, it's a wee brown trout. Put him back. Okay, another one rose just over here, so should be able to. Oh, that looked like a good fish. There's a bottom. Put this one up. I think I need to change my fly to. There we go. Take the nymph. Not a bad wee brown trout. That's the crowd better than I thought. Oop, settles down. There we go. Nice fish. And away. Glad I come down to the bottom here. Obviously. I was going to take the nymph off and just fish a single dry, but if the nymph's taking the fish. Oh, I took that dry there. Missed that one. It'll dry right up underneath the tree. Just allows the nymph to get down. A bit further over there. few marks brown there. Going down. Nothing took it. Oh. Gosh, too busy watching the natural. My fly went away. And again. Could just be the bottom. Anyway, I think I'll head up and see if there's anything coming off in the stream. Okay, we'll head up. That was fun. At least we got a couple of trout. Okay, I went up, I fished the stream, I fished above the stream. I've really been up and down the river a lot just to find anything, any fish moving at all, but that. Conditions are actually okay, to be honest with you. Just there's not a lot of fly life around. So I'm just going to give this area a go before I finish. I said I would fish the 3 o'clock-ish. It's 2:30 just now, so I'm just going to fish to that point. I'm not sure what bird that's singing there, like. She's making a noise, I think. This big dun just came off in front of me there. I mean, there will be fish lying close to the wall somewhere. It's just getting them interested, getting them feeding. Just saw a fish move there, really close. So it was right in the middle of the river, near enough. We'll work up to it, see if we can get it to come up. And just try along the middle, because it's quite a good run here. I've had some nice brown trout in the middle of the river in this bit, so they don't all lie against the wall like. Just fishing close to the side here. This is one of the fastest parts of the stream, so I'll run anyway. And it's always worth a cast quite close in as it curves round. See if we can pick anything up. I say I've had one or two nice trout in this area, especially early in the season anyway. Oh, yeah, that was a wall I hit. Very hard to get, the wind's blowing into my face in a way. Anyway folks, we've had a nice day fishing. Firstly, it's good to get out no matter what many fish we catch. The fly life has not been so good today. It's not much fly life around actually. I think it's for northeasterly it's done mainly. For northeasterly winds, not the favourite of many trout and angler because the conditions are not as easy. It does affect the fly life. So anyway, I've enjoyed the day. Still the odd fly I can see there, but very odd. But we'll be back. We're going to have some good days, I'm sure. I'd like to see the tree moved. Is that a rise I saw there? Gosh. Maybe not. Maybe wishful thinking. Thought I saw a fish move there, but ouch. Yeah. Stand for a minute or so just to make sure. This pool's changed, like the run is it's still going into this area here, but it's curving, it's over this side and then curving in, and then kind of going back round. I'm not. Doesn't look as deep in the far side for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, we'll see what comes out of the footage. We'll get some footage out of it anyway, some fishing. I got one or two trout, which is at least worth watching anyway. Just slowly head back to the car. But we'll look at the river on the way by. We'll maybe have a cast, you never know. If I see a trout, I'll stop. And but enjoy the day.